Hey, welcome to Pilates with Jen, and welcome to day 8 of our 28-day challenge with the Pilates bar. Today is going to be all about our posterior chain, so working our shoulders, our glutes, our hamstrings, our calves, everything from the crown of the head down to the tips of the toes from the back side. All right, we are going to begin with our warm-up here. So go ahead, you're going to turn yourself on to your quadruped position. You're going to have your knees hip distance apart. Your palms are nice and open. Your fingers are spread wide. Your shoulders are coming back down your back, plugging down that back. Abs are being pulled in. We're going to go ahead and begin with a little bit of a cat-cow here. So take a big, deep inhale. As you inhale, I want you to round that spine. Draw that navel towards the spine. Tuck that tailbone towards your nose. Exhale it out. Again, take a big, deep inhale. Round the spine, tuck the tailbone. Draw the abdominals in. Take the gaze, look in between those inner thighs or that navel. Exhale. Elongate the spine. Elongate the neck back to neutral. Trying to keep those shoulders over those wrists. Let's go for 3 more. Round the spine. Tuck the tailbone. For 2. One more. Exhale that air all the way out. Find yourself with those abs pulled in. From here, you're going to find your feet into Pilates V. So you're going to connect those heels together, draw those abdominals in. From here, you're going to press yourself back all the way down into a crouched position. Extend those arms long, draw that head down towards the mat. Go ahead, exhale, push yourself out, find yourself over, maybe drop those hips if it's available. Take an inhale, exhale, push yourself back. Inhale, bring yourself forward. Exhale back. Let's go for 3 more. Last 2, take your time here. Really drop those hips forward. Send that chest proud, shoulders back and down. 1 more. When you find yourself with your tailbone towards that mat, go ahead, lift yourself back up just to that quadruped position. Reset yourself here. Bring your knees back to tabletop, back underneath those hips. Now I want you to make a big, deep imprint with that hand on your mat. Visualize, lift up one hand. I'm going to lift up my right hand first. So I'm looking at that handprint in the mat. I'm going to go ahead, take my right hand, thread it under my left hand. My booty's going to come up to the air. I'm going to drop my shoulder, lie my head down right where that handprint was. Take 3 breaths here. On this exhale, begin to lift yourself up. Rotate yourself back. place that hand back in its home position. Let's start with the left side. So push that left hand into that mat. Visualize that handprint. Thread it underneath that right arm. Try to bring your shoulder down to the mat. Draw those abdominals in as you send that booty long. Take 3 breaths. 2 more. When you're ready, slowly come on up. Come back to center. Place that hand in that handprint and slowly crouch yourself back down. Excellent job. Go ahead. Pilates bar should be right in front of you or near you. We're going to leave that bar on the floor. We're going to take those loops and we are going to thread them on to the arches of our feet. Once we have those loops in the arches of our feet, we're going to go ahead, pick up the bar. Now, I'm just going to go ahead, move that bar, roll it a little bit away from me, coming back into that Pilates V with those heels together. I'm going to crouch my hips down. I want you to move slowly. I want you to drop those hips, drop that chest towards the mat, and I want you to continue rolling that bar away from you, getting a little bit deeper into it. You get a little bit of tension helping drop those shoulders down the back, keep them away from the ears. When you're ready, you're going to come up on those knees, and from here, you're going to keep that bar where it is. Open your hands wide. You're going to drop your tailbone all the way down, and the bar should be right about at the top of your rib cage. If it's not at the top of your rib cage, just adjust yourself ever so slightly. Hands are going to stay on this bar. You're plugging your shoulders down your back. Your abdominals are drawn in. Your neck is neutral. Your chest is laying on the floor. So find yourself whatever's comfortable for you. I like it a little bit above the chest, better than underneath the rib cage. So legs are reaching long, pushing in to that Pilates bar. Point those feet. First thing we're going to do is we're going to lift the left leg. So all I want you to do is pull your heel towards your glute and extend it out. Now take the right leg, pull your heel towards your glute and extend it out. So just alternating side to side, pulling the heel towards the glute, seeing how the tension comes down into that strap as you bring the heel towards the glute. As you extend the leg, you feel the tension pick up. Last one, just bending the knee, placing it towards the glute. Top of the thigh is staying down on the floor. Next time that leg comes down, hold it there. Bar doesn't move. I want you to push your pelvis into the floor. Drop those shoulders down your back. You still stay looking down at that ground, whatever works for you. Now, I want you to lift your legs, point your toes, lift your legs, but I want you to feel that your upper thigh is up off the mat instead of just pulling the heel towards the glute. So now we're going to do the same thing with the upper thighs lifted off the mat. You're going to pull the heel straight towards the glute and extend it long. Keep that thigh off the mat. Right leg, pull the heel towards the glute, extend it long. So alternating side to side, aware of the different positions of having the thighs down versus having the thighs lifted. Engaging much more in that posterior chain when the thighs are lifted off the floor. We're going for 3 more. For 2. Last one. Go ahead, let those legs hang heavy and relax your shoulders for a moment. Great job here. All right, next set. We're going to take our feet a little bit wider than the mat, and now our toes are coming externally rotated. From here, I'm going to have you move the bar just a little bit away from your chest, not fully extended, but up about at your neck or your collarbone area. So a little bit more tension into that bar. You're going to push that pelvis in. I want you to send those shoulders back down, plug them down your back, and I want you to go ahead, lift your top body, straighten your arms. Pelvis is pushing down into that floor. Tension is pushing into those legs. Nothing's happening with those legs yet. You're going to bend the elbows, try to keep them straight down towards your midline, and drop the upper body. Again, push yourself up, drop those shoulders down the back, articulate, push through that bar, really getting through that upper body, extending that torso, thoracic spine. Again, press it down. We have 4 more. Pushing that pelvis into the floor as the elbows come down. You can relax the pelvis just a tiny bit. Inhale. Exhale, push yourself away, push that pelvis down. One more here. When you bend your elbows, come all the way down to the ground, rest that head carefully, and bring the bar back towards your chest just ever so slightly. All right, legs are still staying as wide as the mat. Now I want you to squeeze your quads, lift the legs up off the ground, and you're going to feel your glutes engage. So lift the quads, squeeze the kneecaps to the thighs, then you lift. Both legs are lifting, toes are pointing to the corners of the mat. You're going to go ahead, you're going to lift one leg up, pull it towards your glute. Now you're going to extend it and bring it down. Next leg, lift. Pull the heel towards the glute, a little bit external rotation, extend it and bring it down. Alternate side to side as you're pulling that heel towards the glute, resisting it long. Now, if you feel okay here and you want to add a little bit more of that challenge, that upper body that we did before, you're going to push your arms up. You can hold yourself here as you pull that glute towards your body. Now, your extension may not be as high as mine. I actually have a lot of extension in my back, but not everybody does. So keep those shoulders back and down. Last 2. And 1. When that leg comes long, go ahead, bend those elbows and bring yourself down. Slide your legs back to hip distance apart. Take a moment. We are now going to grab the bar and we're going to push that bar away from us. So we have a soft bend in those elbows. That bar is now further away. Palms, heels of the palms are pressing down onto that bar. From here, we're going to lift that left leg. We're going to lift it up, squeeze the glute, and bring it down. So again, adding a little bit more tension, you're reaching, lengthening out of that leg as you're lifting and lowering that leg. Squeeze that glute and lift it down. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place that leg on down. Let's extend the left leg long. Same thing here. Lift, straight leg press, lift it up, squeeze it down. Still pushing that pelvis, Maybe if you feel okay here, you want to lift that chest just a little bit, getting a little bit more tension, maybe straightening those arms just a little bit. Really getting some upper body work as well as we're stabilizing that bar. Last two. And one. Go ahead, press that leg down, carefully bring that bar back to your chest. Now, put the palms of your hands onto the bar. I want you to come up, sit yourself back into that crouched position, and relax for a moment into child's pose. Let's just get a little bit of lumbar flexion. You can come up onto your hands and knees. Just roll that bar a little bit closer to you. And you can just wag your tail from side to side. One more each way. Come back to center. A little bit of cat and cow. Do what feels right for your body right now. One more. When you come back to that cow, go ahead, sit your heels back. Sit your hips back, sorry. Reach those arms long and get ready to grab that bar again. All right, going a little bit deeper into our work. So we're going to push that bar away, come into that quadruped position, drop those hips, lay yourself down, and extend the bar. All right, feet are coming back to the corners of the room. You have a choice. You can leave the bar right up at your chest, or if you want a little more work, you can extend the arms, put the heels of the palms onto the bar. Adjust yourself as you may need. Plug those shoulders down your back. From here, toes are pointing to the corners of the room. We're going to lift both legs and drop them. So just lowering and lifting with our feet coming to the corners of the room. We're going to go for two more here, and then we're going to add on. Next time you have these legs lifted, hold them there. Bring the heels together for Pilates V. Thighs are not on the floor. You're going to bring those heels up. Then you're going to extend them long. Again, pull them together. Bend the heels towards the glutes. Extend the legs back to the corners of the mat and slide them together. Drive them up your midline. Point them to the corners of your mat. Pull them together. Now, if you feel okay here, thighs are lifted, come up into a little bit of a chest lift. Get a little bit deeper into that glute work. Slow and controlled. Trying to make both legs move at once. Keep those shoulders plugged down your back. Remember, the bar can be here as well. Last two. One more. Bring it together. Bring that bar in towards your chest and set yourself back for a moment into child's pose. All right, relax that back. We are almost done. We have one more set. You can come up into that quadruped position, round that spine. I really like to wag my tail. I look to the opposite side of my hip. All right, last set here. Go ahead, place that hand on that bar. You're going to roll that bar away from you as you drop those hips. Come on down. Bar is above your chest. Option to stay here with your head in neutral. Option to extend those arms. Come in to that chest lift. Pelvis is pushing down into the floor. Legs are in parallel. Sits bones distance apart. Lift those thighs up off the floor. Push that pelvis in. You're going to open the legs. Click the heels together. Open and close. Controlled movement. Open and close. Squeeze. Drop those shoulders down your back. Squeeze. Squeeze. We got 8. Squeeze those glutes. Squeeze those legs long. Push that pelvis down. Shoulders stay back. For 4, 3, 2, last 1. Hold it. Little pulses towards the heel. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze those inner thighs. Pull up through that pelvic floor. Send those shoulders back. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Relax those legs. Drop that chest. Carefully bring that bar in. And come up on your knees, send yourself back into some child's pose here. You can carefully roll that bar in just a little bit closer to you. I'm going to have you bring your knees together. Send both of those arms long. Come up to that quadruped position here. Round that spine. Exhale, elongate that spine. Last 2. Round and elongate. Tuck your toes onto the mat. It doesn't matter if your loops are on or not. I'm going to walk my hands back. I'm going to lift my toes. I'm going to flex my legs so they are straight. Try to get your heels down. Maybe you can walk yourself in a little bit closer. Trying to get flexion through that back. Maybe walk yourself out into a bit of a down dog. Walk yourself back in. Alternate. Flexing that spine. 1 more walking out. And 1 more walking in. When your heels are down, try to walk your hands closer to your ankles. Draw yourself in as best you can. And take an inhale here. And on that exhale, slowly articulate yourself up. 1 vertebrae at a time. Bringing those hands up over the head. Go ahead. Bring those hands to field goals, hands to heart. And that concludes our posterior chain workout for today. I hope you enjoyed this workout. Like always, please like, comment, share, subscribe. And until tomorrow, I'll meet you on the mat. Bye.